Hey everyone, welcome back. This is day 2. Today what we're going to be doing is working our way up to our feet. Of course, we'll be doing some balancing. We'll be doing a lot of balancing, single leg balancing today. So do grab a block and let's get started. All right, so come onto your hands and your knees. Spread your fingers out really wide. We'll take a couple rounds of cat and cow. So inhale and extend the spine. And as you exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. One more time like that. Exhale. Come back to that tabletop neutral spine. And stretch your right leg back behind you. You can rock back and forth a few times here. Maybe even pick up that left knee if you'd like to get a deeper stretch for the calf. And then bring the left knee down if it's up. And we're going to roll over onto our left side. So just bring that left foot back behind you. And go slow so that as you're turning onto your side, you can really feel yourself lift up and out of your left shoulder and up and out of your left hip. Stretch your right arm up to the sky. Now really push into that right foot. And I want you to start to reach back behind you more. Pushing into that right foot is going to help to stabilize you more as you really reach back to help open up through the front of that body. And now we're going to add on a little twist here. So I'm going to reach through. I'm going to twist and reach my right arm underneath my left arm. Inhale, open. Reach back. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach through. Now a little bit of balance here. Bring your right knee down. Go on and thread all the way through for thread the needle pose. Take a few breaths. Breathe into the space around your right shoulder blade. Now, take your left leg. You might bring your left hand down closer to your face. Stretch your left leg back behind you now. Push back through the heel. Now, pull your navel in towards your spine. Imagine you've got a block between your inner thighs, and I want you to hug it. And now lift that left leg up without the hips moving around. Keep breathing. Push into your left hand and slowly unravel into your bird dog balance. Now, as we move, we want to keep the right hip and the left shoulder stable. So we're going to inhale and reach, and you might even take more of a back bend here. That feels good. And as you exhale, I want you to bend your knee over to the left and bend your elbow over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center, and take it to the side. Come back to center. Now keep your leg up. Put your hand down. So this is where I want you to once again really imagine that block between your inner thighs. Tuck your back toes, hug your inner thighs together, pull your belly in, lift your right knee, and then slowly go back into a three-legged down dog. Now open up your hips, stack your left hip on top of your right hip, and if you like to move at the ankle or the knee or the hip, go for it. Now inhale and reach your left leg back behind you. And as you exhale, curl in, bring your knee towards your nose as you bring your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, reach back and stretch. Exhale, curl in. Now hold here. Come up higher on those back toes. Softly step your left foot forward between your hands. Now come up to your fingertips and start to think about straightening your back and hugging your inner thighs and your outer hips in. Come on up, high lunge. So when you feel steady, come on up into your crescent lunge pose. Start to lift your chest upward towards the sky so you feel like you're moving into a back bend, because you are. Look up with your chest, not just with your eyes. And now deepen that back bend in the upper back by bending back more and bringing those elbows in towards the rib cage. Really push the chest upward. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, runner's lunge. So lean forward, but what I don't want to see, I see a lot of people do this where they collapse onto the thigh. So stay fairly upright so you've got a straight line running from the heel to the crown of the head, or a diagonal line. Now start shifting more weight over your left leg, and we're going to float that right leg up into a warrior three balance. Keep breathing. Hug your outer left hip in. Now step your right foot up to meet your left foot and sit down into chair pose. Weight back in the heels. Toes should be able to lift up off the mat. Chest lifting. On your inhale, stand up, reach up. And as you exhale, sit back down into your chair pose. This time, bend the elbows and draw the elbows in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. This time, reach up, lift your right knee up. Hold here. So make sure that you feel like you're lifting up out of your pelvis. Hug the outer left hip in. As softly as you can, step all the way back into another crescent lunge pose. This time on the other side. Lift your chest up to the sky. And then open up into warrior two. Check in with the left toes, the left knee. So the knee, if it collapses inward, press it out. Don't let it bend forward over the toes. You're going to feel like you're reaching back as much as you're reaching forward. Now flip your left palm up to the sky, reverse your warrior. And feel that nice stretch through the left side of your body. Feel the strength in your back leg. And then as you exhale, side angle pose. Bring your forearm to your thigh. Reach your right arm over your ear. And this is where I want you to think again about trying to draw one long line from the foot all the way out through the fingers and start to twist your chest, almost like you're leaning back, and look up underneath your arm. Now, strong legs, stable hips. Let's do a few of these two postures with the breath. So on your inhale, reverse warrior. And as you exhale, side angle pose. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to warrior two. Inhale. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Pick up that back heel. Bring your right hand down inside of your left foot. Bring your left hand to your sacrum. You can put your right hand on a block here as well. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine and then begin to twist your spine. As you're twisting, think about bringing your left hip back and your right hip forward. Now you can certainly bring your left arm up here if you like. Breathe. Turn the head, neck in perfect alignment so you've got that tuck of the chin. And then exhale, release. Plant your hands and go back into a plank position. Stay in a plank, but bring your forearms down to the mat. Hold. Strong legs, belly lifted. Come down for Sphinx pose. Bring your thighs and your hips down. Walk your elbows forward. And then literally try to pull yourself off your mat. So pull back with the arms, but really what you're trying to use are your back muscles. Bring the shoulders back and down. As we're bending backwards, we do, especially in our backward bends, want to think about pulling the navel in towards the spine to protect the low back. If you like to drop your head here, you can stretch the back of the neck, maybe ear to shoulder, little semicircle movement with the head. Lower all the way down And place your hands in line with your chest. Now hug your elbows in by your sides. So you want to stabilize shoulders, hips, spine as you push up to your hands and your knees. Okay. Second side. So now we're going to take the left leg and stretch it back, rock back and forth a few times. Bring your right knee back down and then turn over slowly onto that right side. Lift up out of the right shoulder, up out of the right hip. Push into your left foot and start to reach back behind you more. Take an inhale. As you exhale, reach your left arm through. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is where we'll bring the left knee down. Kind of a funky transition, but a good play with balance. So take a second here just to settle in, breathe into the space around your left shoulder blade. Try not to think about what's coming next. Just be in each moment. This time we'll take the right leg and stretch it back, reach through the heel. And before I lift it up, I want to imagine that block between the inner thighs, pull the navel in, and then float the leg up. And then unravel, and reach your left arm forward. Take an inhale and lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, bend your arm over to the left and your knee to the right. Inhale. Exhale. You should really feel that outer hip waking up with this inhale, exhale. Reach long, stay here. Put just your hand down. Prepare. So strong shoulders, belly to spine, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and slowly stretch back into that three-legged down dog. Lift up and out of your left hip as you stack your right hip on top of it. And take any movement here that you like. And then reach that right leg straight back. As you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, stretch back. Knee to nose. Stay here. Come up higher on your back toes. Really push into your hands. Step your foot through. Come up to the fingertips. We want to make sure hugging the outer hips in, inner thighs in, stable. Come up into your high lunge. Breathe. Start to bend backwards more. Lift the chest. Look up. Really stretch up through the arms. And now bend back deeper. Elbows in. Push the chest upward towards the sky. Keep breathing. Reach the arms up. Come forward for your runner's lunge. Hold. Feel that long, strong line running from the heel to the crown of your head. Slowly shift your weight over your right leg. Float your left leg up for your warrior three. Notice if you're tensing up anywhere in your body, your toes, your jaw. Try to relax. Breathe. Step your left foot next to your right foot. Chair pose. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sit down, elbows in. Inhale, stand up. And sit down. Now stand up, lift your left knee. Hold, really stretch up, lift off the hips. Step softly back into your crescent lunge. Take an inhale. Open up into your warrior two pose. Again, adjust the feet. Watch the right knee. Breathe slow and steady. Flip your right palm up. Reverse your warrior. As you exhale, side angle pose. Now twist your spine. Turn your chest. Look up underneath your arm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side ankle pose. Come back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. That back heel is going to lift up. Left hand goes to mat or block. Right hand goes to sacrum. Inhale, lengthen, and begin twisting the spine. Left hip forward, right hip back. Right shoulder back. What I see happen a lot of times is this, where the arm goes up, the shoulder still is pointing downward. So open up the arm, open up the shoulder before you reach back if you're going there. All right, plant the hands. Plank pose. Let's take a vinyasa from the knees or from the toes, and one straight line, lower slowly. Chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend, so it can be an up dog, it can be a cobra, it can be a low cobra, a sphinx. And then as you're ready, lead with your belly, lift up and back to your downward facing dog pose. Breathe. Feel your torso rise and fall with your breath. Walk your hands to the back. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand. Arms overhead. Exhale, Tadasana, hands to heart.